We'll start by understanding high card points and how they estimate a hand's potential to take tricks. Next, we'll learn how to count points when you are declarer. Finally, we'll cover counting points when you are defending. High card points help you gauge the potential strength of your hand and the likelihood of taking the necessary tricks. There are 40 points in total, and with 13 tricks available, that averages to about 3 points per trick. For a part score, you need around 21 points, which is 7 tricks times 3 points per trick. For a game in no trump, typically you need 27 points, equating to 9 tricks times 3 points per trick. For a small slam, you need at least 33 points, as there's no room for losing 2 aces. For a grand slam, you need at least 37 points, as there's no room for losing even 1 ace. Note that fewer points may be needed if a long suit can be developed, or if the hands are well suited for a trump contract. Here is a clever trick to quickly count a hand. On average, you will have 10 points, since 40 points are divided among 4 players, each getting 10 points. Start counting from 10 by visualizing cards that total 10 points. For example, ace, king, queen, and jack add up to 10 points. Then, add the points for any remaining high cards. The high cards that add up to 10 do not have to be in the same suit. Here is another combination that adds up to 10. Two aces and a queen also add up to 10. As mentioned previously, high card points only give us a rough estimate of the number of tricks we can take. Let's look at the following hand and evaluate its trick-taking capabilities. We can count 13 high card points in the south hand and 12 in the north hand. When we combine both hands, we have a total of 25 high card points. Typically, 25 points are enough to bid and make a game in no trump, specifically a 3 no trump contract. At first glance, south can take 10 tricks, 4 tricks in spades, 3 tricks in hearts, and 3 tricks in clubs. However, the contract is doomed as the north-south pair have at most 1 stopper in diamonds. We count 0 losers in spades, 1 in hearts, 1 in clubs, and 3 or more losers in diamonds. Now let's look at this very similar hand. We count 13 high card points in the south and 10 in the north for a total of 23 high card points. This is less than the hand on the left side. However, south has a 5th spade, so the hands are well suited to play in 4 spades. In a trump contract, we count losers first. Here we see that the 3rd diamond can be roughed in the dummy. So this hand has only 3 losers, 0 in spades, 1 in hearts, 0 in clubs, and 2 in diamonds. The contract easily makes by delaying drawing trumps, even with fewer high card points than in the previous hand. Let's delve into the probabilistic nature of bridge, where understanding the odds is crucial. Unlike a game with complete information, bridge requires players to evaluate the probabilities based on the 2 visible hands. Imagine a chart that shows the likelihood of having a certain number of points in your hand. On average, you'll have around 10 points, with a 50% chance of having 10 or more. The chance of having more points drops quickly. Modern bridge has adapted, allowing players to open with 12 points instead of the older standard of 14, almost doubling the frequency of openings. No trump openings have also evolved, lowering the required points from 16 to 18 to 15, making it possible to open more hands. The same is true for the major 2 opening bids, which in the past showed a strong hand of 20 to 21 high card points. Nowadays, the weak 2 bids, requiring only 8 to 10 points, are much more frequent. Let's analyze this chart, which illustrates the probability of having a certain number of high card points combined between 2 hands. The average is 10 high card points per hand. This means that about half the time, the 50% probability shown here, we will have 20 or more points combined between both hands. Similar to the previous chart, the probability of having more than 20 combined high card points drops quickly. Now, take a closer look at the probability of having 26 points, which is the typical requirement for a game in no trump. It's around 12%. However, what stands out is that the probability of having 24.4 points is almost double that, at about 23%. This significant increase in probability highlights an important aspect of bridge bidding strategy. So, how do we make a game with 24 points instead of 26? The answer lies in finding a fit in a major suit, either hearts or spades. This is why modern bridge bidding systems are designed to quickly identify an 8-card or longer fit in a major suit. Establishing this fit early in the bidding process allows the partnership to focus on reaching a game contract, even if they have fewer high card points. Let's summarize the key points regarding high card points in bridge. The probability of having more than 10 high card points in one hand drops quickly. The priority in a bidding system is to reach 4 hearts or 4 spades. Bridge bidding systems are designed to quickly identify an 8-card or longer fit in a major suit, as the high card points required for major suit game contracts come by more often. High card points do not always translate directly to trick-taking potential. Lower ranked cards in the trump suit or in a long side suit can become valuable winners, reducing the reliance on high card points. However, by placing these points in the unseen hands, we will locate the corresponding high cards. The first step to locating the cards is to count high card points, both visible and hidden. To count high card points as a declarer, you must start by determining the total hidden points in the opponent's hands. First, add your points to dummies points. This will give you a combined total of the known points in your partnership. For example, if you have 15 points and dummy has 10 points, your combined total is 25 points. Then, subtract this total from 40 to determine the opponent's combined points. Since there are 40 points in the deck, subtracting your 25 points from 40 means the opponents have 15 points combined. Next, try to locate the points you just counted by reviewing the bidding. If an opponent did not open the bidding, they have 11 or fewer points. If an opponent opened the bidding, consider the type of bid. A preemptive bid typically shows 8 to 10 points. A minimal opening bid indicates 12 to 14 points. A one no-trump opening bid reveals 15 to 17 points. Note that, as explained earlier, the one no-trump opener is more likely to have 15 points than 16 or 17. Consider the opponent's responder. If the responder did not bid, they have 0 to 5 points. A single raised by the responder usually shows 6 to 10 points. Lastly, review the opening lead to gather more information. If they lead the top of nothing, their partner must have the missing high cards in that suit. A small card lead often indicates a high card in that suit and denies having ace-king, king-queen, or queen-jack combinations. Leading a small card in a trump contract means they do not have the ace. Let's look at the first example. East is dealer. No one is vulnerable. We have a 6-2-2-3 distribution with 6 high card points. Dealer passes. We have only 6 high card points, but a very nice 6-card spade suit with a Jack-10-9 internal sequence. Good enough for a weak 2 spades bid. Partner raises to 4 spades, ending the auction. West leads the 10 of hearts. First, we go over our action list. Add your points to dummies. Subtract from 40. Review the bidding. Review the opening lead. So we have 6 high card points. Dummy has 18, we have 24 combined points, and the opponents have 16. Now let's review the bidding. East passed, showing 0 to 11 points. If East has at most 11, then West has at least 5. And if East has 0 points, then West has 16. Consequently, West has 5 to 16 points. Also note that the opponents have a 9-card heart fit, but West did not compete over 2 spades. Next, let's consider the opening lead. Question: who has ace-queen of hearts? Answer: almost certainly the right-hand opponent. East cashes the queen and ace of hearts, and exits safely with a club. It is time to draw trump. East-West have won 2 tricks. How should we play the diamonds to lose only one more trick? Let's review the play. East has shown the ace and queen of hearts and the king of spades, totaling 9 high card points. But we initially noted that East has at most 11 points. Consequently, West has the ace of diamonds. We go up with the king, making 4. This is the full deal. From this example, we can see the importance of estimating a high card point range for each opponent before starting play. When you know the high card points each opponent likely holds, you can make more informed decisions on how to tackle tricky suits. This foresight can be the difference between making your contract or going down. Also, as the game progresses, remembering the bidding and all the cards played becomes increasingly difficult. Without an initial estimate, you might find yourself guessing later in the play. Making these estimates early on is not just a good habit, but a critical part of a winning strategy in bridge. Next example, West is dealer, no one vulnerable. We have a 6-2-1-4 distribution with 14 high card points. West opens 1 diamond. Partner passes. East responds 1 heart, and we overcall 1 spade. Partner raises to 2 spades. With a hand of only 5 losers, we bid 4 spades before the opponents can find their fit in hearts or diamonds. West leads the king of diamonds. Again, we go over our action list, add your points to dummies, subtract from 40, review the bidding, review the opening lead. So we have 14 high card points, dummy has 7. We have 21 combined points, and the opponents have 19. Again, let's review the bidding. West opened the bidding with 1 diamond, showing at least 12 points. East responded 1 heart, showing at least 6 points. Because West has at least 12 points, East has at most 7. Because East has at least 6 points, then West has at most 13. West plays king and ace of diamonds. And we ruff low. We enter dummy with a spade to lead a club to the king-queen. We enter dummy once again. We repeat the play in clubs. This time East takes the ace and exits with a diamond, which we ruff. It is time to play on hearts. We have lost 2 tricks. How should we play the hearts to lose only 1 more trick? Remember that, from the bidding, we established that East has 6 to 7 points and has played the ace of clubs. So East cannot also have the ace of hearts. We go up with the king, making 4. This is the full deal. Note that in this example, we were able to determine East's holding within 1 high card point. This precise calculation allowed us to find the strategy to fulfill our contract. Next example, West is dealer, East-West vulnerable. We have a 5-2-2-4 distribution with 12 high card points. West opens 1 heart. East raises to 2 hearts, and with a full opening hand, we overcall 2 spades. Partner raises to 4 spades, ending the auction. West leads the ace of hearts. So we go over our action list. We have 12 high card points, dummy has 11, we have 23 combined points, and the opponents have 17. West opened the bidding with 1 heart, showing at least 12 points. East responded 2 hearts, showing at least 6 points. Okay, so maybe West opened with only 11 points. Or East responded with only 5 points to total 17 high card points. On the lead of the ace of hearts, East plays the queen, showing an entry to their hand with the jack of hearts. West underleads a heart, so that East can gain the lead and return dummy's weak suit. However, West, likely holding a diamond honor, safely exits with a 3rd heart, which we ruff. After drawing trump in 3 rounds, and cashing the clubs, Next example, West is dealer, East-West vulnerable. We have a 5-2-2-4 distribution with 12 high card points. Next example, West is dealer, East-West vulnerable. We have a 5-2-2-4 distribution with 12 high card points. We must make a decision on how to play the diamonds. From the bidding, we established that East has 5 to 6 points. East has played the Queen and Jack of Hearts and the Jack of Spades. So East cannot also have the Ace of Diamonds. We play the Jack, finessing the Queen, and, as expected, West wins the Ace. Making 4 spades. This is the full deal. Next, the classic pointless hand. West is dealer, no one vulnerable. We have a 7-1-3-2 distribution and 2 high card points. Not much in terms of points, but oh boy, love that shape. West opens 1 no trump, showing 15 to 17 high card points. Partner doubles for penalty. East's 2 clubs rescue bid is natural, and we try a timid 2 spades. Partner loves our bid and raises to 4 spades, ending the auction. West leads the Jack of clubs. We have 2 high card points. Dummy has 19. We have 21 combined points, and the opponents have 19. West opened the bidding with 1 no trump, showing 15 to 17 points. If West has 15, then East has 4. But if West has 17, then East has only 2. We cover the lead of the Jack of clubs with the Queen. West wins with the Ace and exits safely with another club. We have lost a club trick and still have to lose a heart and a diamond. Consequently, we cannot lose any spades. We come to our hand by roughing a 3rd club. Now it's time to decide how to play the spades. From the bidding, we established that East has 2 to 4 points, but East has played the Ace of clubs, so East cannot also have the King of spades nor the Jack. To avoid losing even a single trick in the suit, we must finesse twice. So we play small to the 10, finessing the Jack. Now we need to come back to our hand. We know that West has all the missing high cards, so we will need entries to our hand to finesse the spades and the diamonds. Consequently, we force out the Queen of Hearts. West finds themselves end played in 3 suits and chooses to return a heart. We can now rough a heart in hand. And play a low spade to the Queen, finessing the King. We rough Dummy's last heart in hand. The opponents take 1 more trick in diamonds. And we make 4 spades. This is the full deal. Notice that in several of these examples, we successfully complete our major suit game contracts with as few as 21 combined high card points by accurately locating the opponent's high cards and playing the hand accordingly. A new hand. West is dealer, no one vulnerable. We have a 2-6-4-1 distribution and 15 high card points. This is an excellent hand, easily worth 17 or 18 points. After 3 passes, we open 1 heart. West overcalls 1 spade, partner raises to 2 hearts, and the right-hand opponent bids 4 spades. Confident in our extra values, we compete to 5 hearts, successfully concluding the auction. West leads the 6 of spades. Partner reveals a solid dummy, perhaps more fitting for a 2 spades response rather than 2 hearts. We have 15 high card points. Dummy has 8, giving us a total of 23 combined points. So the opponents have 17. West's initial pass indicates at most 11 points, while their later overcall suggests they hold at least 8 points. Now, if West holds 11 points, East must have at least 6. But if West has only 8, East can have no more than 9. Let's analyze the lead. West leads the 6 of spades, and East plays the king. Who has the queen of spades? If East had both king and queen, they would have played the queen, not the king. So West has the queen of spades. Who has the jack of spades? If West had both the queen and jack of spades, they would have led the queen as head of a sequence, so East has the jack of spades. Can West have both the ace and king of diamonds? To find the answer, consider this. Wouldn't you have initially led with the king of diamonds with this holding? The answer is that the missing high diamonds are split between the defenders. If West holds the king, then East has the ace, and vice versa. Now we draw trump in 2 rounds. West is dealer, no one vulnerable. We have a 2-6-4-1 distribution and 15 high card points. This is an excellent hand, easily worth 17 or 18 points. Now we lead a club towards dummies ace-queen-jack tennis. Who has the king of clubs? From the bidding, we establish that East has 6 to 9 points, and we deduce that East holds the king and jack of spades, and either the king or the ace of diamonds. This gives East 7 or 8 points, so they cannot also have the king of clubs. Consequently, we finesse West for the king of clubs. And we discard our spade loser on the ace of clubs. And give up 2 diamond tricks, securing our contract. This is the full deal. Notice that when we led a low club towards dummy, if we hadn't counted East's high card points, we might have incorrectly played the ace of clubs and led the queen for a roughing finesse to try to discard our spade loser. This would have doomed the contract. Hand 6. West is dealer, no one vulnerable. We have a 5-2-3-3 distribution and 9 high card points. A below average hand, but the spade suit is nice. West opens 1 heart. East raises to 2 hearts. Anticipating that the auction might end at a low level if we do not take action, we pre-balance with a 2 spades bid. Partner raises to 3 spades, ending the auction. West leads the 4 of hearts. We have 9 high card points. Dummy has 10. We have 19 combined points, and the opponents have 21. West opened the bidding with 1 heart, showing at least 12 points. East raised to 2 hearts, showing 6 points or more. But if East has 6, then West has at most 15. And if West has only 12, then East has at most 9. West leads the 4 of hearts, and East plays the king. Who has the ace of hearts? West would never underlead the ace against a suit contract, as doing so could promote the king in South's hand. Therefore, East holds the ace of hearts. Who has the queen of hearts? If East had both king and queen, they would have played the queen, not the king. So, West has the queen of hearts. Who has the jack of hearts? If West had both the queen and jack of hearts, they would have led the queen as head of a sequence. So East has the jack of hearts. West cashes the ace. And exits safely with a trump. We come to our hand with another trump to tackle the diamond suit. We've already lost 2 tricks and will lose another 2 to the ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds. These are the only tricks we can afford to lose. With that in mind, we should avoid playing clubs ourselves, as we could lose to both the ace and the jack. It's better to let the opponents lead that suit. Then, what should we do about the diamonds? From the bidding, we establish that East has 6 to 9 points. And we deduce that East holds the ace, king, and jack of hearts. With this, East has 8 points and therefore can at most have another jack, but not an ace, not even a queen. Consequently, we finesse West for the queen of diamonds and then come to hand twice to lead low towards the king of diamonds and low towards the queen of clubs. We come to our hand overtaking the king of spades and lead a small diamond to the king. This will give us 2 tricks if West jumps in with the ace, or if the queen is doubleton. Now we give up a trick in diamonds, allowing us to later regain entry to our hand. With the lead back in our hand, we now play a low club to dummy's queen. By carefully tracking the diamonds, we observe they split 3 to 3, which means that dummy's 4th diamond is now a winner. We can use this to discard a club loser and successfully make our contract. This is the full deal. Hand 7. West is the dealer. No one is vulnerable. We have a 6-2-2-3 distribution and 13 high card points. This is a better than minimum opening hand with a 6-card spade suit. After 3 passes, we open 1 spade. Partner raises to 2 spades, and East doubles for takeout. Based on our 9-card fit, we compete to 3 spades. Partner reevaluates their hand, finds added strength, and bids game, bringing the auction to a close. West leads the 2 of diamonds. We have 13 high card points. Dummy has 8. That gives us a total of 21 points. This means the opponents have 19 points. East passed initially, indicating they have at most 11 points. If East has 11 points, then West must have at least 8. But since West didn't open the bidding, they also have at most 11 points. Therefore, East can have at most 8 points. West leads the 2 of diamonds and East plays the king. Who has the ace of diamonds? West would never underlead the ace against a suit contract, as doing so could promote the king in South's hand. Therefore, East holds the ace of diamonds. Who has the queen of diamonds? If East had both the king and queen, they would have played the queen, not the king. So West holds the queen of diamonds. Who has the jack of diamonds? If West had both the queen and jack, they would have led the queen as the top of the sequence. So East holds the jack of diamonds. East cashes the ace. And leads a small heart, signaling possession of an honor in that suit. It is now time to draw trumps. We started with 9 combined spades. Should we finesse the queen or play for the drop? 8 ever, 9 never, right? Wrong. From the bidding, we established that East has 8 to 11 points, and we deduced that East had the ace, king, and jack of diamonds, and 1 top honor in hearts. This gives East 10 to 11 points, and therefore can have no more high cards, certainly not a queen, and definitely not 2 queens. Consequently, we finesse West for the queen of spades and draw the last trump. We lead a low club, and just at the crucial moment, we remember that East cannot hold the queen of clubs, so our only chance to make the contract is to play West for a double-ton queen. And the queen falls under the ace. We lose only 1 more heart, making our contract. This is the full deal. Hand 8. We are the dealer, no one vulnerable. We have a strong 18 high card points with a 5-3-2-3 distribution. With a minimum response from partner, our plan is to reverse to 2 no trump. We open 1 spade. Partner raises to 3 spades, signaling a standard invitation. We gladly accept and bid game. West leads the ace of hearts. We have 18 high card points. Dummy has 8 for a total of 26 points, and the opponents have 14. Checking the opponent's convention card, we see they lead the ace from ace-king. At this stage, we don't know how their high card points are distributed. The only useful information from the bidding is that they did not overcall. So now it is important that from the opponent's play we gather information on the location of their high cards. West leads the ace of hearts and East plays the 10, initiating a high-low come-on signal. West then cashes the king of hearts, East completing the high-low signal, clearly showing a double ton in that suit. We false card with the queen in case West was not paying attention to their partner's signal. West leads their lowest remaining heart for East to ruff, indicating a preference for a club return. But East, hesitant to play into the queen 10 10s in clubs, opts for a safe exit with the jack of diamonds, the top of a sequence. This, however, unwillingly reveals the location of the queen of diamonds. It is time to draw trumps. Who has the king of spades? West has shown the ace and king of hearts. As we have just learned, West also has the queen of diamonds. With a hand that also included king third of spades, West would have certainly overcalled 2 hearts at their first opportunity. As East has ruffed once, we go up with the ace, hoping to capture what could now be a singleton king, and draw the last trump. This is the full deal. We have reached the last chapter of part 1. Here we will focus on counting points as a defender. We have already covered the first 2 chapters regarding high card points and counting as declarer. Defense is more difficult but also more enjoyable, with defenders working together, unlike the lone declarer. Let's dive into the challenge and sharpen our counting skills from a defender's perspective. Here is the corresponding action list. Before the dummy is revealed, estimate the combined high card points in your partnership. If the opponent's bid game, start by assuming your side has 14 to 15 points. If they bid game with hesitation, upgrade your estimate to 16 points. A confident game bid should keep you at 14 points. If they try for a slam but settle for game, downgrade your side to 10 to 12 points. On the other hand, if they stopped in a partial contract, your partnership likely holds 17 to 18 points. Then subtract your points to estimate your partner's holding. If you don't have a clear lead and your partner is likely holding more points, look to find your partner's strongest suit. Otherwise, if the opponent seems stretched to make their contract, a passive lead is advisable. However, if they appear confident in making their contract, you might consider taking a more active lead, attacking a suit where you may share honors with your partner. After the opening lead and the dummy is revealed, begin by adjusting your partnership's points estimate based on the new information available. Study the dummy and recalculate your estimate, considering both the points in the dummy and the potential points in declarer's hand. Pay close attention to your partner's signals. Their play can provide crucial information about their holding in strength and location. During the game, you need to constantly analyze the declarer's strategy. If you notice that there are no ruffs in the dummy, this might indicate that the declarer has points or shortness in that suit. If the declarer isn't working to establish the dummy's long suit, it's likely that the suit is already running and the declarer holds all the missing honors. Keep a mental note of the points in the hidden hands as they are revealed through play. And don't forget to count the declarer's sure tricks. When they have enough to make their contract, it's time to consider attacking the unplayed suits, even if it involves taking some risks. Let's explore our first example of counting high card points as a defender. North is the dealer. They are vulnerable. We have a 3-3-4-3 distribution with 8 high card points. Dealer opens 1 spade. Their partner responds 1 no trump and opener bids game, ending the auction. Partner leads the Queen of Hearts. First, let's review our action list. After the opening lead, review the defense points based on the new information available. Subtract your own points to determine partner's holding. Interpret your partner's signal to your opening lead and to any subsequent lead. Count declarers and partners' points as they are played. Count the declarer's sure tricks. So, dummy has 19 and declarer's 1 no trump response shows 6 to 9 points. Their combined total is 25 to 28 high card points. This leaves our partnership with 12 to 15 points. We have 8 high card points, so partner has 4 to 7 points. Next, let's consider the opening lead. Partner's lead of the Queen of Hearts likely indicates possession of the Jack as well. So, we are certain that partner holds no more than 4 additional high card points. Declarer wins the opening lead in hand with the Ace of Hearts. And leads the Queen of Spades to our king. We are on lead. Now is the time to count the declarer's sure tricks. 4 tricks in spades, 2 in hearts, ace and king, and 3 in clubs. That is the 9 tricks needed to make the contract. We know that declarer had the ace of hearts and the queen of spades, so the only top card missing is the ace of diamonds. We estimated partner to have at most 4 points, so it's possible that partner holds the missing ace. Our king-jack of diamonds holding is the perfect surround tennis over dummy's queen-10. Consequently, we play a small diamond to partner's expected ace. Partner returns a diamond through dummy's honors, enabling us to cash 3 more tricks in that suit and defeat the contract. This is the full deal. Next example, we are sitting west. South is dealer, no one is vulnerable. We have a 2-2-4-5 distribution with 9 high card points. East opens the bidding with 1 diamond, followed by West's response of 1 heart. East's rebid of 2 no trump indicates 18 high card points. West, holding more than a minimum hand, advances to game in no trump. Let's review our before the opening lead action list. Before the dummy is revealed, estimate the combined high card points in your partnership. We know from the bidding that East's 2 no trump rebid shows 18 high card points, and West's raise suggests a better than minimum hand, likely around 8 high card points, making a combined total of 26. This leaves our partnership with approximately 14 points. Then subtract your points to estimate your partner's holding. We have 9, so partner should have around 5 points. We have more high card points than our partner, so we should focus on developing tricks from our own holding. Consequently, we lead the 4th highest card from the top in our longest suit. The play of the 10 indicates that partner holds neither the ace nor the king. Our only hope is that partner also holds the jack. Unfortunately, our opening lead has given declarer an undeserved trick in clubs. Following the indications of our action list, we note that declarer has 8 high card points in clubs. Declarer now cashes 3 rounds of hearts, ending in dummy. And tries the spade finesse. At this point, declarer has shown 15 points, 8 in clubs and 7 in hearts. Declarer also holds the ace of spades, having entered dummy to try the spade finesse for a total of 19 high card points. We have now located all of declarer's high cards. Declarer cannot have additional high card points, so partner holds the ace of diamonds. We have taken one trick and need 4 more, necessarily from the diamonds, to defeat the contract. Should we lead a low diamond, or should we play the jack to force Declarer to play the queen from dummy? Partner may or may not have the 10 of diamonds. If Declarer holds it, then we must play the king and keep the jack-9 tennis to surround the 10. This is the full deal. Note that if we play a small diamond at trick 7, Declarer simply ducks in dummy. If instead we lead the jack, Declarer covers with dummy's queen. In both cases, we only get 3 diamond tricks. Hand number 3 of counting high card points as a defender. South is the dealer. They are vulnerable. We have a 5-3, 2-3 distribution with 10 high card points. South opens 1 no trump. North raises to 3 no trump, ending the auction. Based on the bidding, we estimate our side has 14 to 15 high card points, leaving partner with 4 or 5. Since we have more high card points than partner, we lead the 4th best from our long suit. Dummy has 10 points. That gives partner 3 to 5 points. When the ace appears, we know for sure that partner has at most 1 point left. Partner returns a low spade, and Declarer plays the 10. Who has the queen of spades? Declarer must have it, as we know partner now holds at best 1 jack. Could Declarer's queen of spades now be a singleton? A distracted player might cash the king, with a disastrous result, as this establishes the queen of spades, giving Declarer their 9th trick. Let's go back to trick 2. If we trust partner's signal, the 3 of spades indicates the remaining count, suggesting that partner has either 1 or 3 spades left. If partner has 3 cards, Declarer would have started with a doubleton queen, which would have dropped in this trick. Consequently, we are fairly certain that Declarer started with queen, 4th of spades. However, we play it safe. We know that Declarer holds the top remaining honors, notably the king of hearts and likely the jack. Without a free trick in spades, Declarer must rely on the doomed double finesse in hearts. So we quietly exit with a club, the suit where we know that partner does not hold the jack. And we patiently wait for our 2 tricks in hearts. Now we cash the king of spades, setting the contract. This is the full deal. This brings us to the end of part 1. Here are the key takeaways. Counting points is the first step in forming a clear picture of the hidden hands. By locating the high card points, we can pinpoint the key honors. Starting to count halfway through the play is already too late. It's crucial to follow the recommended action list steps before playing to the first trick. With practice and focus, counting will become second nature.
Thanks for watching. See you in part 2.